Welcome to Versus Ask the Coach. JP Tobin asks, give us some insight on what sort of foods these riders try to avoid, what foods they eat, what foods they consume during the races, and how do they manage to keep their weight. Well, I think these athletes don't change much when they're at the Tour de France. I think maintaining the same sort of diet they've had for the last year is probably the safest way to eat. Many of these teams even bring their own chef, so the athletes can get the same food they're used to. Pastas, rice, chicken, stuff like that. Stuff that's very, very easy to digest, but you can get the calories, the carbohydrates, and the proteins needed are kind of the recipe almost every evening. Oftentimes during the race, these guys like a variety of different snacks. Anything from the Cliff Bars to the Power Bars to the gels are good every now and again. Sometimes they like real food. Little pastries, ham and cheese sandwiches. I know the Garmin Slipstream team always does some kind of unique thing with sushi rice. Sometimes they have these rice cakes that Dr. Alan Lim has developed. But oftentimes they like a variety of stuff. After 21 days of racing and eating the same thing every day, flavors get old. The key is the variety. And the last question, how do they keep weight on? Well, oftentimes people lose weight in the Tour, but the key is to not lose too much, especially water weight. You have to maintain your hydration throughout the race, before, during, and after, but also make sure you're replacing a lot of those calories that you lose during your event. Oftentimes these athletes can only process between 300 and 400 calories an hour, so they usually generally take that much when they're on the road in either isotonic drinks, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, goos, Cliff Shots, Power Bars, whatever they can to make sure they're taking at least 300 or 400 calories per hour. When they finish the race, immediately they usually have some sort of recovery drink, which hopefully contains at least 500 or 600 calories, and they can replace some additional calories in their evening meal as well. So really try to maintain that caloric intake throughout the Tour. It's a lot of fun because these guys can eat a lot, but they really have to make sure they're eating stuff that their body can handle and that they're used to.